Hey world, it's been wanting to come back with another video. I really appreciate you guys hanging in there with us, all the truthers, all the ones that want to, take the time to do the research and bring real information to you, not misinformation, not disinformation, and not information that's going to be fear-mongering or misleading, for that matter. And I say that to say this. Of course, with this COVID-19 pandemic psyop situation, I only say it because I promise you, can anybody out there tell me, like, when they test for the coronavirus, when they get a test and they say you tested positive, what is it that's positive? What are they testing? It's not blood related. So what are they testing in your fluids that would give them the indication that yes, you're coronavirus positive? Because I don't remember a test for the common cold or for the flu for that matter. But I guess there's something that they can, there's some indication that tells them that it's a coronavirus. I just think that's fascinating. When you think about, now they're saying you don't even have to be symptomatic to get it. That's what a virus is. You don't know you have it until you have symptoms. And why would people go get tested if they don't have symptoms? Doesn't make sense. And family, remember, only 1 to 3% of those that contract this virus, it becomes fatal. 1 to 3%. So that means there's 97% chance of recovery, or 97% of those that contract coronavirus recover. Isn't it amazing, family, that all of the so-called actors and entertainers, and I'm talking professional athletes, I'm talking actors, all of those cats that made it, their prerogative to let us know that they contracted the virus. But isn't it amazing that 100% of those people live? You mean to tell me not one entertainer died from coronavirus? They got 100%. Well, it makes sense because those that are contracting it in America, we have a 97% rate of recovery. And the 3% that are dying, remember, probably 95 to 97% of those people have underlying injuries, underlying health conditions, as well as higher up in age. Okay? So I just want us to make sure we keep things in perspective because the hypocrisy is just unbelievable. Family, make sure you stay safe. Take the necessary precautions to keep yourself safe from everything. Not just coronavirus, but everything. And it just blows me away that right now they're trying to just destroy the economy. And they're going to destroy the economy from the bottom to the top. Right? Because remember, the first stimulus, we allegedly got $350 billion of that stimulus, which they're supposed to be sending checks out in the next 2 or 3 weeks. You're supposed to receive them in the next 2 or 3 weeks. $1,200, $500 you have a child per child. What about next month and the month after that? But I can tell you that I'm not a politician follower, but I can tell you that I try to stay conscious of what's going on. And Bernie Sanders, and it's so funny that even though he would make such a statement about what the next stimulus should be, isn't it kind of funny that no other politician took this stand? And if you don't know what I'm talking about, family, Bernie Sanders came out last week and said that the next stimulus should be for the American people and not the corporations. Now, duh. When the stimulus monies are pretty much used with taxpayer money, which is our money, why wouldn't y'all spend a lot of it on us? It's our money, right? We're paying taxes, right? And if it's a pandemic and you done basically told the nation that, oh no, you can't go to work. If it's non-essential, you don't go to work. We don't want you outside. We don't want you doing anything. Stay safe. But then you don't give them financial restitution for that particular type of, protocol. $1,200. But then Bernie Sanders say the next stimulus plan, and this is what he suggested, that every American should get $2,000 a month, and all rent utilities should be suspended. Now, why would that have to be in the second stimulus? Why wasn't that in the first stimulus? When you look at, you have 45 to $48 billion going to a disaster stimulus fund. We're in disaster right now, so why would you just put $45 billion of the $2.2 trillion in the disaster fund? Who's running that fund? You did? So it's like it just, and this whole notion, family, like I say, they're doing it from the bottom to the top. And that's why I say, family, it's not quite the right time to invest. If you don't know what's going on right now, family, right now the Federal Reserve is telling banks, if you have stock in banks, Bank of America, Chase, Wells Fargo, these big banks, because remember, these big banks are on the stock market and they pay dividends. Well, the Federal Reserve is saying that they may have to shut that down. Well, so imagine if you got thousands of shares of stock in Bank of America, one of these big banks, and you're relying on that dividend check every 3 months or a month, and the Federal Reserve comes in and says, no, we're going to cut the dividends. You know why they're doing it? Because the stimulus monies that they gave all the banks are using that stimulus money to pay their investors dividends. Why not just say that? You see how it goes? So it's not right. It's not quite time, fam. But I'm gonna come back with another video tomorrow to show you exactly how to actually get started, opening up a brokerage account, how to actually make a trade. And we're going to go through the process tomorrow. And I want to do a nice little food for thought educational video on exactly how to invest, how to actually buy stock. And we'll talk about it tomorrow. But in the meantime, between time, family, may the Most High decide to bring you joy. And a shout out to Lady B. Good looking out. And being what is out of 5,000.